Hello everybody, it's Taco Show the producer, just reminding you to go ahead and like the stream and make sure to go ahead and share it on your social media platforms of choice, and we'll be going live here shortly. Alright. Hey everybody over there in YouTube land, this is the Producer Taco Show. Just want to let everyone know, make sure to share the stream, like it, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Intuitive Couple. It's going to be a fun night tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff planned, so make sure, go ahead and share the stream out to the world. We're going to be going live in here in less than 2 minutes. Alright, thank you guys.
Hello, welcome back to The Intuitive Couple. My name is Justin. I am here live with my wife, Roseanne. We are The Intuitive Couple, and tonight we are bringing you Psychic Sidequest. That's right, Psychic Sidequest is the new project that we're running, and this is where we discuss all sorts of fun stuff. Like tonight, we are discussing President Nixon bringing Jackie Gleason to see dead aliens? Whoa! Check it out. We're going to be right here. We'll be live with you in just a moment. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Psychic Sidequest via the Intuitive Couple. All right, that's right.
Yeah.
My name's Justin. I've been a psychic medium for the last 20 plus years. I am here with my wife, who's an intuitive consultant, and we are the Intuitive Couple.
Indeed.
And so tonight, I made a lot of promises. I told you guys we had something cool coming, right? Over the last few days, we've been teasing it. Tonight's the night. Psychic Sidequest. We're going to be talking about President Nixon bringing Jackie Gleason to see dead aliens. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh my God, she's dead.
Hey, so before we start,
That's right.
let's just get everybody out there to share this. And
What's
most
up?
importantly, if you're new to the channel and not new, please hit that thumbs up button. It's so important to the algorithm.
That's
'Cause
right.
We
And
are going live
feel
more and
free to
more. Chat. Because here's the thing.
I feed off the energy, man. I feed off the energy. It's a give and take. It's a give and take with me.
So if you silent like a church mouse,
Justin, you look so tired. Why do you look so tired?
he wants...
I am not tired. I
Right.
am ready to go, but I'm feeding off of your energy.
Right.
So let's make this thing poppin'. Let's do this.
So,
Go
but
all hang
also,
out, have a
because
good
we got
time.
some different people
So-
on tonight, so let's just kind of, go on and let people know, hey, we're not abandoning the Intuitive Couple.
No,
This
kind of
is
a
just
side thing that
a
we're doing. That's
side
fun.
quest.
That's right.
It's from the perspective of what a psychic thinks about all these crazy topics, right?
They're all the topics that I love, man.
So-
UFOs, portals, Bigfoots, aka Sasquatch, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Abductions, you know, and even Roseanne might throw in a true crime thing or two.
Exactly.
We don't know. You know, we're definitely open to topics from the audience.
And
for
we've
sure.
discussed that. We've discussed that. If
Absolutely.
you've been, because we've been on 3 nights in a row. So where you people been?
Where everybody at, man?
Yeah, because
Telling
we're gonna be, doing more. Like I said, we're doing more and more. We've got
We're
spirits.
knocking.
We got readings.
Yeah, we're knocking the rust off.
We got
We're knocking
all
the rust
sorts
off.
of
It's been a
crazy
minute.
topics. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's
just
been a
getting
minute
in
since
the groove, man.
we've gone live for sure. So I just want to say, hey, what's up, Chelsea, Nancy, Ima? All right, Diane, Dinah, very good, very good. All right, so man, oh man, so but what are you doing over there, man?
I'm sharing because I care.
Share because you care.
Yeah.
Hey, Brianna, appreciate having you here. If it's your first time with us, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, or even if it's not, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Help us out, and hit the subscribe. I'm hoping to earn a subscribe. I'm not one of these people that's going to tell you to subscribe before anything. I want to earn it. You know what I'm saying? So, want to make this listenable as well, so we don't have to stare at my mug. But yeah, we're going to be going over this thing here. And I want to know, let's take a quick poll. Where's everybody's thoughts on like alien life forms? Do you think we're alone? There it is.
Let's go.
Let's go. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? I want to know. Do you believe in aliens? All these UFO sightings lately? What's up with that?
Well, I know.
Spooky. It's spooky.
So, no, I mean, you know how I feel about, like, the whole alien stuff. I'm not a fan.
All day.
Okay, I'm not a fan, but it's not that I don't believe. Because I actually do believe.
Okay.
Okay?
You want to believe, or do you believe?
I do believe, but I want to believe in some things. Like, for the most part, I believe all the stuff that's been going on currently. It is not aliens, that it is our government. Area 51. Okay?
You got it right. Instead of
I know
saying
I always say
Area
Area 52. So, like, I just... Can you please pop your mic down, Tom? It's okay. But I just, like, really want to make sure that what we deliver to people... Well, I know what you believe. It's not that I don't believe in aliens. Because I do. Okay? I mean, our own son, in his past life, was
not
protecting
an
Earth.
alien. Yeah,
He wasn't he wasn't an alien like
he
that
wasn't
girl
an
on
alien.
TikTok that we talked about last night.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy.
That was some nonsense.
Nonsensicals. All right. So, what is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Why
I
you keep
hearing
looking away?
weird noises behind me.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. So, if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Yes, Justin is a psychic medium for over 20 years. He's been doing this for a long time. That's why we are the Intuitive Couple. But this is a side project that we are launching. It's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah.
And we do
what,
have a Psychic Sidequest YouTube channel, but we're just
trying
broadcasting
it out
off of it.
We're just trying it out over here first.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. Last night I had only planned on being live for a minute, and man, chat just exploded. It went crazy. We had people talking about their abduction experiences and kind of crazy stuff like that, right? And so, it's I was like, you know what? Then tomorrow we will be definitely doing this story here, and so.
And now I want you to tell them. I've never heard the story. I don't even see your live on YouTube. People are saying that.
Yeah, what's up with that? I don't know.
I'm looking. Hold on a second. It should be on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone
if you do
should
at
be
The
subscribed to the
Intuitive
Intuitive Couple already.
You would think.
Intuitive Couple.
Yo.
It's right here. It shows up immediately when I type it out on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
the Intuitive
Okay.
Couple. Here it is, live right now. New. It says it. It's the first one.
She got the Sammy got the notification.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
I don't know if they're looking at the right thing, what they're
So
typing in.
yeah, man. If I ask a question, I want some feedback, man. Where you guys stand? Where do you guys stand? You never heard the story about Richard Nixon? Well, you're gonna hear about it tonight. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Richard Nixon. Right, Richard Nixon bringing Jackie Gleason, and so I am sure that everybody on our channel remembers Jackie Gleason, right? If not, we'll go over it. We'll cover it. You know, everyone knows him as Ralph Cramden from The Honeymooners. I know him as Sheriff Buford T. Justice from Texas.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Cannonball
Loved it.
Run.
Smokey and the
No,
Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Close.
Still,
Same
for
thing.
Reynolds movie.
Same type of deal. What's up, Morningstar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know.
So,
Sheriff Buford T. Justice of Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
so hey, you guys hit the like button, the thumbs up before we get into the story, and make sure you share it to people.
Right.
You know,
Let's-
because this is
let's do this thing.
let's do it. All right, swoop it, Dom. Yeah.
It's okay. You're doing. Well,
It's
yeah,
not
you've got.
difficulties, it's adjustments. It's
Yeah.
adjustments.
I
No doubt.
didn't have the mic on. Sorry. I'm trying to do the swoop. I have a lot of buttons to press. I'm trying to figure out what all the buttons do when I need to press
That's
them.
what we're doing here, man. We are knocking the rust off, and
Yeah.
we are just trying something new.
The intro was pretty smooth. All right, here we go.
Alrighty, so tell me this story, Justin.
All
Tell
right,
it
I'm
to
gonna
me.
tell you the story here.
Yeah.
And Dom, I need you to have the pictures queued up, ready to go.
All right, yeah, I got those.
Let me, because I can't see where we're at here. I need the monitor.
Here.
All right, cool. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, I'm
there.
gonna give you the opposite. I'm gonna give you this because I am not. I need that one. What happened?
I don't know. What was that? Did I lose Dom?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be still on.
that's weird.
Okay. I don't know what it was.
Here.
What? I mean, I did just, I started a stream, that's all.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Okay.
That way you guys can see.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this going.
All right, so here we go. So, like I said, actor Jackie Gleason was perhaps best known for his role as bus driver Ralph Cramden. And the funny thing about that was that his catchphrase was, boom, to the moon, Alice,
Yeah.
to the moon.
Yeah.
Big loudmouth Fred Flintstone was based after him.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I know.
yuck.
Which we've been watching a lot of Flintstones lately, and we hate the Flintstones. That's what we've
Stinko.
decided on.
It's
Yeah.
stinko.
It's terrible.
So, you know, he'd always threaten to belt his wife and send it to the moon. But, you know, it was a different time. You know, it was, it was okay. But it was always followed by a laugh track. You know, but the thing is, Jackie Gleason was an
Actually,
interesting
no.
character.
Honeymooners was never. It was live before studio audience.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. Either way.
Actually, Jackie Gleason would go across the street to the bar and drink. He would never rehearse with his regular cast members
Okay,
before
AMC.
the show. I know.
Thank you, AMC.
Well, I'm just
Appreciate that
saying.
little
I mean,
bit
he
of-
was a
of
consummate
tidbit.
professional. He's also
of
an Oscar award-winning actor for the motion picture where he played, the pool movie, where
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, here's
If
the
somebody
thing.
knows it, yeah.
Here's the thing. What I'm talking about though today is that Gleason had much more of an interest in the heavens besides his punchline. Okay. So he said that, people said that he was greatly interested in the possibility of extraterrestrials, as well as the paranormal. He had a lot of books on UFOs and other subjects, and really, he even commissioned a house up in Peekskill that was built to look just like a flying saucer. And so during the 1950s, he was a recurring guest on a paranormal-themed overnight radio show hosted by a guy named John Nebel. And after his death, his large collection of paranormal books and whatnot was donated to the library of the University of Miami.
Wait, so he actually believed in the paranormal?
Absolutely. Huge believer.
Ooh, kind of like Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, more so because he even had houses built that looked like UFOs.
I wonder if it was the
house
drink
built.
that made him think that.
Who knows? I mean, but...
I mean, it's fascinating because I
It
would
is crazy.
never expect that from Jackie Gleason.
Right. And what a pairing, right? Jackie Gleason and Richard Nixon. We're going to get to that, though,
Yeah.
how that happens. Right? So, here's the thing. Jackie Gleason was basically a frequent golfing buddy of President Nixon. They'd go golfing together.
Huh.
Yeah.
In Palm Springs?
Everywhere, you know? So, now...
That photo looks like they're in Palm Springs. We'll just leave it at that.
Sure, why not? They're chilling out.
Yeah.
And now, according to writer Larry Holcomb, it was Gleason's known interest in UFOs that allegedly led President Nixon to share some information with Gleason, including some UFO data and possibly much more. Now, here's the thing. Gleason was married once, divorced, but he met his second wife, a lady named Beverly McKittrick, at a country club in 1968. Mm-hmm. She worked as a secretary there. Now, these two got married in a registry ceremony in Ashford, England on July 4th, 1970. The guy's obviously a patriot. July 4th.
In
right?
England, though.
What's in England? Just to rub it in their face, I guess. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy.
Well,
the marriage only lasted 4 years.
that's actually pretty long for Hollywood.
It is, right?
Especially during those times.
It's a banger. So, and in September of 1974, Gleason filed for divorce from McKittrick. Now, she contested the divorce, asking for reconciliation, but the divorce was granted in November of 1975. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that you got to keep in mind. This lady's divorce, you got to wonder, what happened in those 4 years? What happened in those 4 years? Well, we're going to find out, because in 1983... McKittrick gave an interview to the notoriously unreliable National Enquirer.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Nah. Oh, I'm almost offended that you said the notoriously unreliable.
I said it tongue-in-cheek.
Just because we all know.
The National Enquirer published nothing but true stories.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's where the government went to actually, it's been said that they went there to go and, to publish real stories.
Well, they would publish real stories in between crazy stories.
Right, to debunk them,
right.
Or to just kind of make them fake.
Right. So, now, in this article, she claimed that Nixon took Gleason to an Air Force base after the two had played golf together to show Gleason what he was told were the remains of extraterrestrials. Now, she wasn't present for this event, but claimed that Gleason had recounted the details of the event to her. And according to her, Gleason and Nixon had played a round of golf. So after they played this round of golf, the two spent some time chatting about Gleason's interest in UFOs. The two men had developed a friendship, and Gleason had been a staunch supporter of the Nixon campaign. Now, McKittrick, his ex-wife, says that sometime around midnight, Nixon suddenly showed up at their door. Now, that's crazy. Think about that for a second. At midnight, ding dong or knock knock, and who's there?
So this is the ex-wife
the president.
saying...
This is the ex-wife giving an interview to the National Enquirer, and she's like, yo, check this out, man. I was married to Gleason for 4 years. Yo, he was friends with Richard Nixon. They played golf together, and Gleason came home and said, you know, hey, he was talking to me about UFOs. Then later that night at midnight, Nixon shows up. Nixon shows up at the door of their house. So now this is down in Florida. But, you know, the crazy part about this story that kind of makes it unbelievable for some people.
He was like he lived in Miami.
Right.
So I mean, that's weird that Nixon would go to Miami to his house.
Yeah.
At midnight. And what year was this?
It was in 1973. It was February of 1973.
Wow.
Yeah. So, hey, Don, pull up a picture of... pull up one of the pictures that I gave you.
The Hustler. That was a movie. He won the Oscar.
The Hustler?
Yeah.
Okay, thank
you.
All right, so... Now, so Nixon shows up at their door around midnight.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But
here's the thing. What makes it even crazier is that he had no Secret Service detail with him. It was just him. He rolled up in his private car.
No.
He, like, snuck out.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, Jackie, you got to see this. I'm going to take you to see some shit. Right? And so... Now, that detail for a lot of people makes the whole story considerably less credible. But as the story goes, Nixon and Gleason drove through the night to Homestead Air Force Base, 35 miles southwest of Miami.
Yeah, Homestead.
Okay? Right.
They were wiped off the map during Hurricane Andrew, just to give you some perspective.
Thank you. Now, they entered the Air Force Base. Nixon drove to a heavily guarded building at the far end of the compound where the two men were allowed into the facility. Now, put yourself in the soldier's shoes. At the gate, could you imagine the president rolling up, just driving up, chilling with Jackie Gleason? Like, hey, you gotta let me in. Like, what? Yes, sir. Right? So, now here's the thing. McKittrick was quoted as saying there were a number of labs, or she said that Jackie Gleason said, there were a number of labs that we passed through first before we entered a section where Nixon pointed out what he said was the wreckage from a flying saucer. Enclosed in several large cases. Next, we went into an inner chamber, and there were 6 or 8 of what looked like glass-topped Coke freezers. Inside of them were mangled remains of what I thought were children.
Ooh, this sounds like something out of X-Files.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
like when they, buried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I mean, like,
McKittrick described
wonder.
this, right? So she goes on in the...
and McKittrick, again, is the ex-wife.
The ex-wife goes on to describe this in the Inquirer, saying, "I'll never forget the night in 1973 my famous husband came home, slumped, white-faced in an armchair, and spilled out this incredible story to me. He was late. It was around 11:30 p.m., and I'd been worried. As soon as I heard his key turn in the lock of our golf course home in Ivory, Florida, I jumped to my feet and asked, 'Where have you been?'" Now, here's the thing. I mean, she's saying like 11:30. Here, we could really rip this story to shreds, right? But I'm not going to get caught up in semantics, you know. Maybe she's been sitting there since 11:30, you know.
Maybe the Men in Black came in.
Who knows, man?
You
gave
don't
her the old flash.
Or
Will
maybe
Smith.
she just had
Will
some
Smith
good
gave
old
her a
19s.
slap. You know, slap the memory out of her.
Or maybe, you know, she just had those good old
Agent
1970s
J and K.
like
And there were aliens lying on 4 separate tables. They were tiny, only about 2 feet tall, with small heads and disproportionately large ears. Like, what? This doesn't really even kind of jive with light grays and stuff, right?
like the almond eyes.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Now, they must have been dead for some time because they'd been embalmed. Now, according to Gleason, Nixon told him that they were actually the remains of deceased aliens. She said that seeing this shook Gleason to the core, and he had difficulty sleeping for several weeks. When he returned home, he told his wife about what he'd seen and swore to her secrecy. The couple were already in the process of separating, and Beverly was also in the process of writing a book about the relationship with her hard-drinking funny man. Now, there we go again, right? So now there's some more stuff, you know, for... Yeah, and so, you know, when the Inquirer came out, Gleason kept silent about the allegation until 1986. At that time, he invited Larry Warren, a ufologist and an author and an eyewitness to the Rendlesham Forest UFO incident. The two men met at Gleason's New York home, and according to Warren, after a few drinks, Gleason repeated the story to him. Then Gleason died a year later in 1987. Supposedly, the only people that he told about the incident was his ex-wife and Warren. But there's good reason to believe that the story is completely made up, allegedly. Because, you know, people have looked into it, and according to Nixon's daily diary, available at his website...
Well, so you can get Nixon's diary on that, because I was going to say
for that day,
we should go to the diary.
For that day, you know, Nixon was in Key Biscayne on February 19th, 1973, but the main item on his agenda was a meeting with the AFL-CIO. But yeah, like they're going to keep the meeting with Jackie Gleason at midnight, him sneaking away from the CIA, from the Secret Service.
Yeah.
You know, could you imagine if this story is true? Could you imagine the Secret Service going into a freaking scramble to find this guy? Like, what the hell is going on?
Well, I mean,
where the hell did he go? Right?
Okay, this was what year?
1973.
It was 1973.
Yeah.
But Nixon resigned when? In 74, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So.
And could that whole thing have been just because he brought, as a punishment, because he brought Gleason to see dead aliens and snuck away from the Secret Service?
So you're saying that Watergate could have been
just a setup? I'm not a crook. Your president's not a crook.
No, you said it was 1968.
No, man.
No. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. My bad. So it was 1973. You know, yeah,
I have a theory.
Did resign in 74.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mean, remember the whole Watergate stuff was going on already. His investigation, he was recording stuff in his office. He was a nut. That's the crazy thing, was that Nixon, knowing that he knew about aliens, which I believe because the question has always been, if you think about the whole Watergate scandal.
Right.
Okay. Why would this man audio record everything?
Paranoia.
Bingo. And
why
would paranoia bring? Paranoia would bring
So-
seeing that.
Well, yeah, but here's the other thing that I would ask, right? Is like, well, what makes Nixon so special? Why does Nixon know about it and other presidents didn't?
Well, I
Well,
think
there's an answer to that.
Okay,
No, there's
good,
no
good.
thinking. I have the answer.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
Nixon was vice president under Dwight D. Eisenhower. All right? Eisenhower. Yo, Eisenhower, if you go back through UFO lore,
Yeah.
Eisenhower threatened to bring the army to Area 51 because they were keeping too many secrets from him, because he was trying to get information from the crashed saucers of Roswell and how far we've gotten with it. And they were like, that's on a need-to-know basis, and sir, you don't need to know. And he said, excuse the fuck out of me? I'm Dwight D. Eisenhower. I am the leader of I'm the motherfucker who won World War II. What?
Well, yeah, he was a 4-star general.
Yeah. He
And
was
then
the
he
leader of
became
the
president.
Allied.
Yeah.
He was the leader
Yeah.
of the Supreme Allied Commander and
Yeah.
Commander in Chief
Yeah.
of the
But
Allied
we
forces
know
in
that
World War II.
not- I mean,
And they were
you
like,
know.
"Yeah, no, this doesn't concern you." And he threatened to bring the full force of the United States Army to Area 51 and kick the gates in and go in and find out. So, needless to say, they were like, okay, chill. You want to know? Here you go. Mm-hmm. Not only that, there's a incident called Valiant Thor.
Okay.
Pull up a picture of Valiant Thor for me, Dom. Valiant Thor. It is said that Valiant Thor, that's the guy's name. He looks like a Swede. Okay. And he landed in a UFO in a field, and when he came out, he said to the people standing by, I need to talk to your leader. That's where the bring me to your leader thing came from.
So this dude is Valiant Thor?
Valiant Thor from Venus.
Okay, I have no words.
He's from Venus.
Okay.
Like, my thing is, I thought men were from Mars, women were from Venus.
Well, clearly that author got it
That
wrong.
ain't, yeah, he got it wrong.
And when
So
did this
anyway,
guy show up?
So, yo, this picture's like, I'll go into Valiant Thor more in the future. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thor with no hammer. Just a saucer. But anyway, he got to meet with President Eisenhower and Vice President Richard Nixon at the Pentagon.
Ooh.
And so Nixon was in on this from Jump Street.
Can we just talk about how great of a name Valiant Thor is? Like, that is truly a banger name right there.
It's a banger, dude. Valiant Thor, man. I'm telling you. Thor with no hammer. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy story. And I'm telling you, dude, I dug so deep researching this, and check this out, man. I mean, I got a story here from a news group. You guys remember news groups back in the days before the World Wide Web? It was just news groups. This story is from July 21st, 1993, that was posted to a news group, confirming the fact that the guy from the Rendlesham Forest incident met with Jackie Gleason, and confirms everything that he said.
Wow.
So it says here, this is from 1993, folks. This is before above top secret websites and conspiracy websites. This is a news group, man. I went digging. I found this on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
Okay? You know? It's like, it goes, way back in the mid-'60s, I got a letter in the mail from Jackie Gleason Productions, Hollywood, Florida, ordering a copy of a mimeographed booklet I had put together relating to UFOs. This, to me, was confirmation of what I heard rumors about for a long time, that the Great One was personally involved in researching UFOs.
Yeah. So just to recap, read the Great One.
The Great One is Jackie
Gleason's Hollywood
his moniker.
nickname. Yeah.
Yeah, right? And so supposedly, and I've since found out that this is true. Gleason had one of where the tale gets a little bit wilder. A story circulated by Gleason's ex-wife, Beverly, has Jackie actually viewing the bodies of several aliens who died when their craft crashed in the Southwest.
Wow.
This 1993. It's important to some obscure news group on the World Wide Web. Okay, this is AOL days, like early AOL days.
Dude, that guy who wrote it was
AOL.
probably Chris Carter.
It probably was Chris Carter. Okay, now the story was carried originally in the National Enquirer, and though Beverly Gleason later confirmed to
Hey, guys. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you. We are having major connection issues.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. All right. 3, 2, 1.
And we're back. Are we back?
Yes, we're back.
Okay. So clearly, obviously, I must be hitting a nerve with someone in the powers that be to be jacking with our connection like this. But I will continue. I will continue. All right. So, are we back? Are we still there, Dom?
Yes, we're online.
Okay, good deal. All right.
All
See?
thanks to our producer.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, overcoming, they're trying to push us out, man. They don't want this story getting out. It's been out since 1993. It's been out since like 1986, but they don't want me rehashing. They don't want the truth to be known. The truth is out there. I want to believe. Hit me with that X-Files, Dom. Come on, man, stay on it. I want to believe. The truth
You are
is out
totally
there.
Mulder.
I am Mulder.
You know, I want to say something. Keep that bed rolling there, because I got to tell you, what's funny is that Jackie Gleason was a Catholic.
And the Catholic Church did come out a few years ago and say that when we do find aliens, we should embrace them as brothers because they were created by God as well. All right. So, here we are. Now, picking up where we left off.
Welcome, everybody. If you are just tuning in.
This goes on to say, yeah, and if you are just tuning in, looks like we lost quite a bit. If you're just tuning in, please hit the thumbs up,
and
like, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And for more wild, crazy stories and takes.
Tonight's wild,
hot takes.
crazy story night with Psychic Sidequest. The intuitive couple does spirit readings on other nights.
So getting back to the story, this wild ass story, right? So here we go with. This also goes on to talk about the Larry Warren meeting with him, the guy from Rendlesham Air Force Base. We'll go into that here in a minute. So Larry Warren was an airman first class stationed at Bentwaters Air Force Base in England. It was a NATO installation staffed mainly by U.S. servicemen. When an incredible series of events took place over Christmas week of 1980. Christmas week, 1980.
Okay.
They have audio because he recorded audio on a like a little cassette.
CD or cassette?
Little cassette
Okay.
as he was seeing this stuff. And I wish we had the audio. We're going to have to pull that up. Larry Warren, just type in Rendlesham Forest
Wow.
UFO incident. Recording. Okay, so a UFO was actually picked up on radar, and subsequently it came down just outside the perimeter of the base in a dense forest, Rendlesham Forest. On the first of several nights of confrontation with the unknown, 3 security police ventured into the area across an eerie-looking object hovering just above the ground. One of the MPs was mesmerized by the UFO and was unable to move for nearly an hour. Frozen.
Interesting.
While in this mental state, he received some sort of telepathic message that the craft would return. And for the next few nights, up to 80 U.S. servicemen, British bobbies, as well as civilians from some nearby farms, witnessed a historic event. According to Larry, who stood where the tale gets a bit wilder, the story circulated by Gleason's ex-wife, Beverly, had Jackie actually viewing the bodies of several aliens who died when their craft crashed in the Southwest. The story was originally carried by the National Enquirer. This seems like it's repeating. Hang on. This is me just reading from this 1993 joint. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, let's see here. And yeah, thank you, Karen. Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's just play a clip. Let's just play a clip of it.
Go live here. And I got the declassified audio document from the British MOD. Audio recording made by Carl Scholes Halt during the second sighting of the Rendelsham Forest UFO. There are many gaps in recording as he switched the machine on and off. But although the tape itself lasted less than 18 minutes, it covers activities over a period of hours. I'll go ahead and play it here.
We can also link it in our description afterwards.
Yeah, but I just want, because he's like, this is weird. Like you can hear it ain't faked. Go ahead, Dom.
150 feet or more from the initial, I should say, suspected impact point. Having a lift going, we can't get the light all to work. Seems to be some kind of mechanical problem. Let's send back, get another light. Meantime, we're going to take some readings with the geyser counter and chase around the air a little bit, wait for another light off to come back in.
It's kind of hard to understand.
Yeah, that hurts my
You might
ears.
want to pot that down a little bit.
Yeah, pot it down. It's hot.
Is it a video or is it just an audio recording?
It's just an audio recording. It has subtitles. Like, they went ahead and subtitled it because it's on Wikipedia. But it's poor quality. It's not hot. It's just distorted because that's how it was recorded.
So
Right.
what's the name of this Rendlesham? What did you
Rendlesham Forest incident.
But this is this is in England, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a base where they stored nuclear weapons.
Okay. And so it's in Suffolk, England. Okay. And because I'm wondering if this is the same forest.
So this is a very famous case. This is big case.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was covered by Unsolved Mysteries. It was on CNN. There's books written about it. It's a huge thing. All right. And so now this guy, this eyewitness to this event that was there, the UFO landing, they got audio recording of it, obviously. He went on to be quoted as, Jackie Gleason was interested in hearing my story firsthand. Warren offers as a means of explaining how he met the famous comic in May of 1986.
Okay.
At the time, I was living in Connecticut, and both CNN and HBO had run pieces on the Bentwaters case. Through mutual friends who knew members of his family, I was told that Gleason would like to talk with me privately in his home in Westchester County. And so, the meeting was set for a Saturday when we would both have some time to relax. After being formally introduced, the two men ventured into Gleason's rec room, complete with pool table
Yep.
and full-sized bar.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Of course.
There were hundreds of UFO books all over the place, he explains. But Jackie was quick to tell me that this was only a tiny portion of his entire collection, which was housed in his home. What the? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Shut up.
That's
Oh,
classy.
dear. Yikes. Okay, sorry about this. That's spooky.
They don't want it getting out.
Dude, that was
They
an
don't want this
error of
information getting out, man.
And it was like right in my ear. I am deaf. Ooh.
I'm telling you.
That was like spooky. Did everybody hear that?
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, it was an Amber Alert coming across.
Well, anyway.
We can't. Holy smokes.
Mine
that
didn't go
guy-
off because I have mine on personal, so it won't go off.
Well, that's just wrong.
Should have done that. Well, anyway. But yeah, he went on and he said that Gleason had gotten drunk and basically told him the whole crazy story of how Nixon showed up at his house with no Secret Service, picked him up, drove him to the Air Force Base. They went in and they went in to look at aliens. It's pretty wild stuff, man, in my opinion.
It is wild stuff. It's,
That's right, a live abduction on a show about aliens.
well, this kid's 15 years old and he took a car and he's, he's not doing well mentally, let's just say. And he doesn't live far from here, so I just checked on it because that was scary.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. So, yeah, I mean, but still, the pun
Yeah.
is not lost. A
Right.
live abduction about a
live
show
abduction,
about
right.
live about
And
aliens.
so, you
and I
know-
know, hey, people who come on our show, this ain't for everybody. They tune it in. They want to hear the intuitive couple. They want to hear spirits, yada, 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 which we are. But if you go over to the Psychic Sidequest channel,
Yeah.
and sub over there. I mean, eventually we're going to move all this stuff over there.
This kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a slow
Just trying
grind.
to, yeah. I'm
You know,
just-
we can't all make video channels that are just cleaning houses in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? We can't, you know,
You know.
we,
You know.
you know, Alec Murdoch, we cannot. But it is interesting. My head, it's like too much.
This is too much, right? It's a
You're
bit
going
much.
into Rambo, fuck.
Rendlesham Air
Yeah,
Force
okay.
Base. Yeah,
And
Rendlesham
then,
Forest.
you got Jackie Gleason. You know, I mean, look.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
There's a reason why, Nixon was impeached. When the government wants you out,
They get you out.
they get you out. Let's see. Nixon, JFK, Trump. I mean, look. When they want you
Hey,
gone,
Liz, welcome.
they want you gone.
Oh, hey, I'm just gonna say this. Didn't Nixon resign before he was impeached?
No.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
So
he
he
did.
wasn't like fully impeached twice. He wasn't even
Yeah,
fully
it's
impeached.
only listen. It's only a recent development that getting impeached is like no big deal.
Clinton was
It used to
but
be
he still stayed in
a
office.
big deal.
I mean, Nixon was
the whole
his
impeachment thing
people.
doesn't make sense because it's like you could stay in office. Clinton stayed in office. He resigned.
It depends on if you're convicted or not.
Yeah,
but
Clinton
still.
lied about sexual relations before a Senate committee.
That depends on
Nixon.
what your definition of is.
Nixon lied,
How'd he
and he
beat
had a
that?
whole circle of people.
How do you beat that?
But I think it was like, there were a lot of people that went to jail
President,
for Nixon.
Mr. President, is there
Due to
aliens?
what
It
Nixon's
depends on what your
orders were.
definition of is. It's fantastic.
So, we've talked about this, about presidents knowing about aliens. I don't think that all presidents are privy to this information.
Absolutely not. But like I said, it's because Nixon had already met with Valiant Thor with Eisenhower, so it's already a known thing.
Right, but also remember, because Nixon also served in the House of Representatives, in the 50s, I believe. So, they have
I didn't go that
committees.
deep, man. I didn't go that deep. I was kind of keeping
No, I know. But I'm just saying, it's not like, if you're a foreigner, if you're not from America and you don't know anything about American politics, generally, with the exception of one president who literally walked off an escalator and got elected as president with no previous professional political history or career, before becoming president. Most politicians who president, they grind their way. Yeah. And they start local, then they go maybe to governor. Like Clinton was elected as a governor, from being a governor. But then a lot of them serve in the House and the Senate, and, they work their way up.
So, that's how that goes.
And some, Eisenhower serves and wins a war.
That's another way to do it.
And he was campaign?
World War II.
No, I know that, but which one? Was he...
He was the Supreme Allied Commander over Europe.
Over both.
Yeah. He was over everything.
Yeah. And, see, and that... I don't know about... when it comes to... There's a reason why we have 3 separate...
Dude, the lore is deep, man.
It is,
but it's too deep for, one little thing.
No, because, if you go and you watch, X-Files, which we've been rewatching, and it's my first time watching it, and I have to tell you that I believe that these stories, I think Chris Carter worked for...
He worked for somebody.
He worked for somebody, because...
There's information that's just campaign, I
too
guess.
on point, and Fox ordered a full order of episodes, 23 episodes for the first season. Now, granted, Fox was a new network, but that is unheard of. So, I don't doubt for 1 minute, that, and you clearly know that the executive office is very separate from, there's a reason why we have 3 separate branches.
Right.
Okay. And then you have all these, you have the military, you have the Pentagon, and you have CIA and FBI, and they all keep secrets from each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I think X-Files really does. I'm bringing it back to X-Files because this is a great, if people don't know, this is a great example of showing how this Nixon was privy to that information because he just happened to see Valiant Thor.
Right.
He got his in the end, just like Oswald, I'm sorry. There's always got to be...
Well, they got tie up loose ends, don't they?
Bingo.
Oh, there you go.
And, here's the thing about Nixon. He never... After he left office, he never spoke out again. I actually really remember, I remember when he died, and I remember his funeral. He was given a presidential funeral.
Yeah, it was like nothing ever happened.
Right, it was, yeah.
It was like old shit, like it never happened.
But he never
whatever it is.
Was a, come on, man. He never spoke out. He never... He never was able to redeem himself. That's what I'm saying. Whereas Clinton was able to redeem himself.
But was he ever really disgraced, though? Clinton?
Yes, if you remember the 90s very clearly, it was
I do,
constant.
but I just remember kind of this is stupid.
George Stephanopoulos stepped down after the first.
I remember just thinking, this is kind of stupid. You going after a guy because he
so
did what
divided.
all you guys do.
They all do it. And I said that then. But the thing is that that's the thing, is that stupid. At the time I remember, this guy is never going to come back from this. His wife, you know. But Clinton was able to redeem himself. And I believe it's been said that Clinton has kind of known about aliens.
Morningstar said, after Watergate, the politician learned to own the hotel you stay at. Cue the Trump music.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Money, 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 money.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
anyway.
it is true. That is true.
This did not come off as well as I thought it would.
Well.
This is something that's got to be more, have more production value to it. You almost have to make do this like a pre-recorded thing. So, you know.
You can definitely. Hi, everybody. Hey, Liz. Denise. Hey, guys, listen. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. I know.
Like and subscribe if you haven't already.
But definitely hit the thumbs up and like and subscribe. We will leave this episode.
Yes, and I'll be also adding timestamps to it. I've been writing down timestamps to add to the stream. So
yay! We're trying to get back into the groove.
We have
been,
you know,
out.
And, yeah, I mean, so we'll be going
while.
live again here this weekend.
Right, and we're going to be discussing, because I've been getting messages about the missing 411, the hunted, David Politis thing that you gave people homework to do. Okay. We're going to be discussing that this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just have a weird feeling, because, like, I mean...
What?
No. Now, you did in the thumbnail. I want to address this. I would be remiss to not, because the thumbnail says, and Elvis too.
Well,
that's the clickbait factor. Sorry.
It was the clickbait factor.
No,
but
actually,
Elvis did meet with him.
Right.
Go ahead, you tell it.
He did meet. Okay, this is the funny part, is that Elvis did meet with Nixon. Okay? And
Nixon over there hobnobbing with everybody.
Well, I'm gonna be... Here's the thing about Nixon. He's so damn dumb in a lot of ways, because Grace Slick actually was, and it, you know, whether it was Jefferson Airplane, Starship, UFO, whatever stage they were in at the time, they were actually invited to the White House. And it's been kind of like a known thing that, you know, she's dropped acid, like they all dropped acid when they met Nixon at the White House, okay? But crazy. Elvis went in his blue suit. It was, what'd you say, Dominic? It was like 74?
Yeah, sometime around that
right.
point.
So he was already, you know, poor Elvis. I mean, he was already in the throes of major, you know, addiction, very inflamed from the addiction. So he goes there, and he says that him being a rock and roll star, and he's in the midst of everything. He's in touch with the people. And he wanted to be an honorary, like, I believe, DEA agent or FBI agent. And he wanted a badge because he wanted to fight the war on drugs.
He was the war on drugs.
And
he was fighting the war on drugs on the side of drugs.
But here's the... It was so
double agent.
Masterful, okay? Because, so, he got a badge, but it was like, you know...
Kind of like the wings that the kids would get when they go on the airplane.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that he got the badge, and Priscilla has said he used that badge to get drugs in and out of Mexico.
It's called
well played.
Ingenuity.
Right.
I'm going to use these wings that the pilot gave me to fly.
I mean, seriously.
Why not?
And I mean, it's because I kind of thought that, but yeah, I mean, Elvis was into this stuff too. I mean, I do know that he was, UFOs. I mean, Priscilla herself became
Denise,
a
they don't call it
diehard
Rocky Mountain High for nothing.
She became a diehard Scientologist, and still is. And poor Lisa Marie Presley, right before she passed, I mean, she had been out of Scientology. In fact, she had been fighting that. And I bring up Scientology because of the connection.
I was just going to say, how in the hell do you always manage to bring it back to these fucks?
Scientology equals Xenu. You get to OT, 8, OT 7? I mean, it only goes up to OT 8, so I think OT 6 or OT 7, I forget, are the lessons which, by the way, you're already in for more than $500,000, if not, okay, to get to that much.
Definitely not an endorsement of Scientology.
No, hell no. This is a cult. But when you get there, that's when you learn about Xenu. And some people really freaking believe it. So,
well, at that point, it's like, I'm $250,000 in. Fuck it, why not?
And people have said
why
that.
Not?
But how? What the hell? So, I think that if it didn't scare you, I mean, obviously they gained so much, they gained so much dirt on you to blackmail you, right? So you don't leave. So the Xenu information, when you finally get there, because it's really hard to get there, and it's not just buying your way there. You gotta be audited and bare your soul. You gotta give them more things to blackmail you with and be clear from the Satans. That's the other thing. It's so
space parasites.
So the fact that there is so much, because when you get past Dianetics, the fact that if Elvis was into, say he was into UFOs, okay? Because look, he was into everything.
If he was into UFOs, it kind of primed the others to
it wouldn't
be ready for
so
Xenu.
hard for Priscilla.
Sure.
She got into Dianetics and said, I'm going to be great. Because Dianetics is actually legitimate and makes sense. But at some point after Dianetics, God was like to L. Ron Hubbard, you know what? You're a crazy bastard. I'm going to turn you off. In his brain, and just he goes off the deep end and starts writing wacky stuff, about body Thetans.
He was a 2-bit sci-fi writer.
He was. That's exactly right. But he actually thought he could change the American Medical Society with Dianetics. And so
Crazy,
now,
man.
so Priscilla, she was a 2-bit actress in the 80s when she was all involved in when she
Naked Gun.
Yeah, but let me tell you, because of Elvis's actions, maybe he did. I know that they held the Presleys very high in high regard in Scientology. So what if Elvis knew about the UFOs and he told Priscilla, and Priscilla, no, I believe,
Cuckoo.
No, I think that she bought into it. I mean, they've got crop circles, they've got,
crop circles
land
are crazy, man.
that is designed just for when he comes back on his spaceship. They believe he's not coming back in reincarnated form like Christ did.
I don't care. They
believe he's going to come down from a spaceship. You know that.
Oh my God.
So I'm just saying, picture it, coked out Elvis, going on a tangent, in between his gospel songs, okay, that he would sing with JD, and the Stamps. I'm just saying, because at night he loved to sing his gospel songs, his old time Southern gospel songs. And in between that, he would snort some lines and his mind would go crazy. And, he went to Mexico and got some good shit. So, but again, it was the 70s. You could get good shit anywhere. And not have to worry about dropping dead from fentanyl laced coke, but you know what I'm saying. And then he goes and he tells Priscilla this crazy shit because I believe she participated in the drugs with him at certain points. I think she denies it, but the sad part is that Nixon was a nut for telling people.
Well, yeah. This whole thing is nutty, dude.
But here's the thing. Kudos to Jackie
believe it,
Gleason
though.
for taking it to his grave.
Hell yeah, man.
Now, Dom, I don't know if you could find a picture of the wife, because I bet you she is probably, if he met her at the country club, she was probably how many years younger than him, and she probably needed some cash flow.
Well, sure.
And so she sold the story out of desperation. Because, Jackie Gleason was married for a very, very long time before he met this two-bit, at the country club. And he divorced his first wife for her. So she must have been some fine piece of meat,
Got
Sure.
it pulled up right now.
Okay, let's see.
It's a bird. Going to see a bird. Why not?
Yeah. I'm waiting. Oh, you're looking?
It don't matter.
It matters to me. You got me. You telling me this story, and I've never heard it before, and I'm reacting to it.
It's crazy. Nobody else is.
Okay, let me see what she looked like.
Yeah,
That's
what
her?
is with that, guys? Does the chat not work?
They don't like it. They
Oh.
don't like it. Who?
She looks very young compared to him.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, she's not a looker like in
Wow,
any.
that is so rude.
That is rude.
She's
But
no
you also
Sharon
got to
Tate.
remember. Well, before or after.
Both, but I mean,
You just got
the
that,
coroner
huh?
said. The
Hey.
detective, not to stray, but not for nothing. The detective said she was the most. When he came upon her body, Sharon Tate's body, as horrific as it was, she still looked unbelievably beautiful, like a sleeping
that's
angel.
nice.
That's sad. But I'm saying she
That's
was no
nice.
Sharon Tate. Yeah.
So,
But I digress. So
Okay.
what? You gotta put some little controversy in there. You gotta liven it up.
Controversy. Let's go.
All right. So
Well,
All
with
right.
that,
yeah.
with that being said, we are going to be back this weekend. We're going to go live again on Friday. All right. And because I got to finish out the week strong. But yeah, we're going to kind of get back to the traditional programming this Friday. We'll kind of see how it
likes
goes.
it.
Let's see.
We really appreciate those who hung in and hung out.
Absolutely. Hang in, hang out. Definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. We will be back this Friday, same time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8
Same
p.m.
channels,
Eastern.
Same bat time, same bat.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, you enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you Friday. Ta-ta for now.